Hello. You've never heard of me, and you don't need to know who I am. Just know that out of pity, I have a message for you. What you do need to know is that we have a plan for your future that will benefit us in ways you couldn't begin to understand. The current chaos happening all over will get us to where we want to go, because chaos is a ladder. On this ladder, we'll take a step up to the next level of putting in place our totalitarian control system. We're essentially making the farm run more efficiently. Who are we? We're the ones who have convinced so many of you that we don't exist. We've been around a very long while, and we have the art of controlling the masses down to precise detail. We achieve our objectives using various methods of deception and getting your consent to implement our strategy. Our agenda is the only thing that matters. You, the people, have no agenda. Even if you did, you wouldn't have the power to move it forward because you've agreed to give us your power. You don't even know what power really is. We simply do what we do, which is divide and conquer. Anyone with any self-respect wouldn't allow themselves to be treated the way we treat you. With all the manipulation and propaganda we throw at you, you would think you wouldn't put up with it and turn off our media, but you keep coming back because you are under our mind control. Some of us call it a spell. We use the media to divide you. We plant our illustrated narratives into your mind. We get you angry or frightened, and you fall for it all the time. Honestly, with AI and social media, it's becoming much too easy. At the end of the day, we will have our control grid in place and achieve our objectives. For example, the success in elevating the chaos caused by our migration policies we've implemented in Europe, the US, and in other regions. It's going very well thanks to the leaders we control. We are doing this because we need to break down your identity and cultures and break down the family unit in order to keep our control. The amount of so-called useful idiots we have successfully programmed to help carry out these color revolutions was more than we had initially hoped. We are very pleased with our psychological operations efforts that we've implemented in cooperation with our global partners worldwide. The central piece to our psychological operations is the use of fear. Sprinkle on a few lies and you got yourself a party. The life of the party would be when we get your governments to step in and save everyone from whatever it was we told them to be afraid of. There are courses in this in elite circles. With the right amount of planning between media, big industry, big banks, and big government, we can achieve mass acceptance with our plans fairly easily by scaring people with wars, diseases, or by simply making the people fear each other. Making them fear each other is where the real gold is. This is why we've bought and paid for your governments, as it makes it easier to get access to the tools we need to properly propagandize you. It's very simple. But since we control what you think is your version of how the world works, you won't see what we're really up to, because we've also been quite successful at programming you to not accept ideas that don't come from our mainstream mass media and education systems. We have your minds essentially in a box. Look, I know this sounds bad, us screwing you over and playing mind games with you, and literally getting so many of you killed, but that's just how the universe works. We're the so-called evil ones, and it's our job to do this yin-yang thing. Good thing is, that is just might wake you up and decide to no longer accept the situation. You could break your contracts with us. You could choose to now longer play our game. You could no longer consent. You could unite and throw us all in prison as well. But that will not likely happen, so too bad for you. Until you recognize what all your religions are saying and start living up to it, then we're just going to move forward with our evil, totalitarian, transhumanist agenda and continue to drain energy from your matrix. So just keep watching our mainstream media, keep playing our left v right games, keep electing our politicians. It's kind of funny to watch this, but also somewhat pathetic at the same time. Good luck.